Kata coming to you live. The Lead Solution team here. Tuesday night. There's Dallin. What's going on, my man? We are going to do a quick little broadcast. Sabrina, we got our dedicated crew. Whoop, whoop. Yes, the Lead Solution. Your boy Christian Kata back on Periscope. I want to introduce our traffic guy, Corey. Some of you guys might know Corey. And Corey is our traffic expert here at the Lead Solution, and we're going to start bringing, what's up, Tammy? We're going to start bringing you guys what we're doing in our business that's creating results, and even the stuff too that's not creating results. So a lot of what we've been doing, and a lot of the reason that we've been a little MIA on Periscope, or myself, Dallin, and Corey, is because we've been behind the scenes building the foundation of what you guys know I talk about, which is funnels. There's a lot that goes into it, and now we're at a point where we're able to start testing running Facebook ads, start testing, different traffic sources, YouTube, things like that. So we just wanted to dive in here and share with you guys the 3-step process from a real high level, so that if you're trying to run ads, you guys can have more success. Some of the things that we know are working, that we recommend everybody does. And so the first step, Corey.
Yeah, the first step is a pixel, right? And what I mean by that is, first off, there's obviously, out of 100% of the people that come to your website, you're going to lose 97% of those. Maybe 3% will opt in if you have a decent opt-in rate. The other 97 are completely missing. So what happens at that point? Most of you guys probably don't ever do any kind of retargeting, or don't have a pixel set up, which allows you to continue to target and retarget them over and over, so you can continue to build value with them until you eventually get that sell. So what I mean by a pixel is it's a small piece of code, and I like to think of it almost like a baby, which is somewhere where, when you have a pixel, right, when you have a baby, you don't start out just feeding it steak, right? You start off and building it baby food and grow it up. So what I mean by all this is, a pixel essentially is a living, breathing thing almost that you have on your website that you get from Facebook. So if you go to Facebook, go to the very top right, click on the little button, and then go down to manage ads. Click on that, and then on the top left hand side, you're going to see a little button that's called pixel. Click on that. You're going to go ahead and grab your pixel. It'll say view pixel. Grab that and put that on your website. And we have some videos that we're going to be sharing on how to do that exactly. But if you haven't done that, step 1, get your Facebook pixel.
So step number 1 is get the pixel, and like he said, we're going to be putting out more training and content and all that stuff to help you guys understand exactly where to get the pixel, as well as what to do with it, because it's one thing to find the pixel, it's another thing to figure out where to put it on your funnel pages on your website. So the second thing, and this is something that we have been planning on implementing first of all, but even more so now that we just went, always feel like I'm learning a whole different universe. Well, Sandal, that's why I love having you here, because you'll get a whole nother array of content and info. But the second step here is what we call a bridge page, and so this is something that you probably have heard of in some form or fashion. It's very much like a blog page, but its sole intention and sole purpose of the bridge page is purely to get people be able to run an ad to it, and to be able to have people start to read something that makes them want to take the next step. So if you think about it, the way that it's written is not in a blog specific format. It looks like a blog, it feels like a blog, but it's not a blog. And I say that in the sense that you're pre-framing the people that are coming from Facebook to want to click on your button, want to come in, and exactly. So Joe says people don't want ads, and that's exactly what it is. So Facebook actually disapproved a whole bunch of our ads because we were trying to run them to a landing page that we thought would get approved, but they're cracking down on it. And so just knowing that where we used to be able to send them to a landing page. Now we can't even send them there with all the requirements that they had before. Makes a bridge page that much more important, and which makes it an even bigger reason why we're going to do a lot more broadcasts and content and training on what makes a bridge page work, because we're still testing. So we're getting ready to, once we come off of this Periscope, go set some ads to test our bridge page and see if that works. And when we start to see what works, then we can share that with you. But just know that bridge pages are now one of the linchpins to even getting your ad approved. You won't even be able to run an ad, to even begin the process, if you don't have a page that meets Facebook standards. And the problem is the disapprovals say all that it says is this does not meet our advertising standards. They don't tell you why, they don't tell you what, they just tell you it doesn't meet their standards. So what is a bridge page down? A bridge page is like a blog post. It looks like a blog post, it feels like a blog post, but the entire copy, the intention is to pre-frame whoever's coming to that page to click on a button to take the next action, to then see your landing page, your opt-in, your offer, all that stuff. So what's the third step?
Third step, huh? Well, should we give that away? I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, we can give you guys the third step, but you got to get the first two.
So the last step is really, what was
Retargeting.
Retarget, that's right. I mean, I kind of briefly mentioned retargeting. That's something that is going to be, like I was mentioning earlier, you're going to lose a lot of your traffic if you don't do retargeting. And that's where, and you hear this term retargeting all the time from everybody, but essentially retargeting is after someone visits a certain page, you can decide what ad to show them next, if after they go on Facebook next. So basically they can come onto a certain page. So if you have page A, say you have 3 different pages that you want your customers to go to, you can sit there and take them through the entire process. So if they go to page A but they don't go to page B, you're going to retarget them until they get to page B. And then at that point, you're going to retarget them until they get to page C. I hope that makes sense.
Retargeting, not retarding. But I can see how you get that. So those are really, guys, this is a quick, short scope. We're going to, all of our broadcasts, we want to come on here and we want to, give you guys some real quick stuff that you guys can be able to take and start implementing right away. And one of the things, for those of you that have been connected with me and following me here on Periscope for the last year and a half, you guys know that funnels are our thing. And so now we're starting to bring all those pieces together and start to be able to connect those dots. So one of the things, we just did a webinar, and I think some of you probably heard this on the broadcast last week, but we just did a webinar about a week ago with a little over 200 real estate agents. And one of the things that we realized is that when I personally first started learning about funnels 3.5 years ago, is that there was no information to even see if it was something that I wanted to start using in my business. It was one of these things where if you wanted to learn about it, you had to pay some big dollars to even start to learn about it. And then what happens if it's not something that you're going to carry through with, or it's not something that even really you want to implement in your business? And because of that, one of the big things that we did was we pulled a bunch of information together, and we put together what we believe is something that we could probably sell for $300, $500, $600 to help people get started, but we're not going to charge for it, because we want to help those people. What's up, G Money? We want to help those people that are just starting to hear about funnels, this buzzword that's been flying around the internet. We want to help you guys see if this is something that you want in your business, and we want you to start to get some little results. Even the smallest little victory is something that if you feel good and you start to feel like this is something you can do, you're going to come back and you're going to want to jump on a webinar with us. You're going to come back, you're going to want to buy one of our programs that's more funnel web. No, so they're called funnels. I'm going to do a broadcast about why you need to ditch your website and start using funnels, but what we've done is put together a free 30-day course for you guys. So if you click the link inside of the broadcast, or inside of the bio, you'll see that we've put together, and we call it the Scope Funnel course. But you can go to our website, you can click it, you can download it. So anything that you want to start seeing results from at the start of the year, you got to start implementing it now, especially when it comes to funnels or digital marketing and online sales systems. This stuff is not something that you can just go jump on Facebook, like an ad. You can go set up an ad on Facebook in 30 minutes. But when you want to create the actual system that's going to get you those results that, these 3 steps will help you with, you need to start doing it now. So click the link in our bio, grab the free 30-day funnel launch course, click it, get it, go do it. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't gyrate, whatever else I can come up with. And again, we'll recap. There you go. Dallin just threw it up. We'll recap one more time the 3-step process to pulling more profits from your funnels. Get your pixel. Make sure your pixel's in the right place. Gyroscopes. There you go. Make sure your pixel's in the right spot on your website. Make sure you guys are using bridge pages or your ads will not get approved. And third, get those custom audiences and those retargeting lists set up. Can't stress it enough. If you want to waste money and just start writing checks to Zuckerberg like he needs them, just do it. I'm telling you, that's probably 30% of Facebook's profits come from the fact that people set up ads with no idea what they're doing, and they're literally just handing them money. Just handing it over. And if you guys want to do that, seriously, we'll throw our address in the comments here. Dallin will put it up. You can just send us checks. We'll take them. But we'd rather help you guys get results. So give us a follow. Go over to our Facebook page, like that. Grab the free 30-day funnel course. We broadcast every Friday the Lead Mode Show here live on Periscope, as well as Facebook Live, YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live. So we're catching them all. Ecom Corey, your boy Christian. Peace.